Good evening, sports fans. Welcome to Sports Roundup here on this Saturday evening, April the 18th, 2015. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins here. Let's start you off at Fenway Park in Boston, Massachusetts, where the Boston Red Sox squared off against the Baltimore Orioles in a second about a four-game weekend series, and it was scoreless through the first three innings, and in the top of the fourth, Manny Machado grounds out shortstop Xander Bogaerts to first baseman Mike Napoli, and Adam Jones scores, and Jimmy Paredes the third, and was 1-0 in favor of the Baltimore Orioles here. And then Caleb Joseph singles on a sharp ground ball to center field of Brock Holt. Jimmy Paredes scores, and it was 2-0 in favor of the Orioles here. And then in the bottom of the sixth, Pablo Sandoval reached on a fielding error by pitcher Chris Tillman. And David T scores, and was 2-1. Orioles through 6 innings, and the Sox had a couple of chances to get something going in the 7th and 8th, but were unsuccessful as the Baltimore defense was good. And at the top of the 9th, the Orioles sealed the victory on a Chris Davis home run on a fly ball to left field, and Davis and Steve Pearce scores as the Boston Red Sox lose to the Baltimore Orioles 4-1 as the Boston Red Sox fall to 7-4 in the season here, as Rick Purcell got as Chris Tillman got the win for the Orioles here. 5.1 innings pitched, 6 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 2 batted balls, and struck out 5. And Clay Buchholz was out of the loss. Gave up 11 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 1 batted ball, and struck out 7. And Drake Britton got to say 4th save of the season as the Sox and Orioles will get Game 3 of the 4-game series at Fenway Park as Rick Purcell on the mound for the Red Sox, while Miguel Gonzalez on the mound for the Orioles here. Alright, let's take a look at other scores around the Major Leagues here. Bottom of the first, Pittsburgh Pirates lead the Milwaukee Brewers 3-1. Top of the second, Houston Astros and Los Angeles Angels, no score. Top of the second, it's New York Mets and the Miami Marlins, no score. Top of the second, Tampa Bay Rays and the New York Yankees, no score. Bottom of the second, it's the Kansas City Royals and the Oakland Athletics, no score. Final 10 innings, Toronto Blue Jays over the Atlanta Braves 6-5. Chicago White Sox over the Detroit Tigers 12-3. Cleveland Indians over the Minnesota Twins 4-2. St. Louis Cardinals over the Cincinnati Reds 5-2. Chicago Cubs over the San Diego Padres 7-6 the final on 11 innings. Okay, let's take a look at NHL Stanley Cup playoff scoreboard here in the first round. In the Eastern Conference first round, game number 2. Tampa Bay Lightning over the Detroit Red Wings 5-1 as the series tied 1 game apiece here. Western Conference first round game, St. Louis Blues over the Minnesota Wild 4-1 as the series tied 1 game apiece. In the NBA playoffs first round in game number 1, Washington Wizards defeat the Toronto Raptors 93-86 in the Eastern Conference first round game as the Wizards lead the series 1 game to none, while the Golden State Warriors take a 1 game to none lead in this best of 7 series as they defeat the New Orleans Pelicans 106-99 here. And through 1 quarter out in Chicago, Chicago Bulls lead the Milwaukee Bucks 30-29. Okay, take a look at MLS scores. DC United and Houston Dynamo, no score. Take a look at sports news. In Boston, Orioles starter Ubaldo Jimenez with toss Friday night for a hidden Boston Red Sox slugger Pablo Sandoval in the right shoulder with a pitch and injection that Baltimore manager Buck Showalter later called professionally embarrassing. Pete Rose, banned from baseball, joins Fox Sports as an analyst. Los Angeles Kings star Jarrett Stoll will fight the Las Vegas drug charges on a route to free agency. Thomas Berdych of Czech Republic reaches Monte Carlo semifinals after Roundup returns. In Cleveland, 5 years ago, LeBron James left the floor after Game 5 against Boston in disgrace. There were boos from the home fans. Even some whispers that he quit on the Cavaliers as left burden. James returns to the playoffs with the Cavaliers as they will take on the Boston Celtics tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock. In South Bend, Indiana, Notre Dame spring game did little to determine who will be the starting quarterback in the fall, other than showing Malik Zarikin for a long pass but can't catch one. In Bristol, Tennessee, Xfinity Series rookie Daniel Suarez knew he faced a steep learning curve when the 2015 season began, so when he finished second in Saturday's drive to stop Diabetes 300 at Bristol Motor Speedway, he left many in disbelief. Ask anyone who watched Auburn and Wiggins needed an improvement from 214, and answer might be the defense, as Auburn's defense is on the right track in a hurry with Will Muschamp taking over as defense coordinator. In Stockton, Mississippi, Old Miss with a new Saturday inside Davis Wade Stadium for the Maroon and White Spring football game as a class-up. Mississippi State attempt to move on from historic 2014 and start a new season in 2015. In Stamford Bridge in London, if there were any doubt Chelsea will win the Premier League this season, it will be put to the bed with a 1-0 victory over the Manchester United that sent them 10 points clear on the top. Rookie Scott Dolan with a starting goal and placed Corey Crawford for the Chicago Blackhawks against the Nashville Predators in Game No. 3 of the first round playoff series. The San Francisco Giants placed starting pitcher Jake Peavy on a 15-day disabled list with a back strain. Recalled catcher Andrew Susak from AAA Sacramento to Saturday's game against Arizona Diamondbacks per the In and Onward, California, real-life champion Sylvester Stallone meets real-life champion Manny Pacquiao and Hall of Famer trainer Fred Roches Saturday at the Wildcard Boxing Club as Pacquiao prepares fight against Floyd Mayweather. That's going to be it for Sports Roundup here on this April 18th, 2015 on a Saturday evening. People, have a good evening. I will see you for Saturday night Sports Roundup at 11 o'clock right after the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news. Have a good evening.